this is a fun matchup because Francisco Trinaldo is one of those game fighters who can withstand a lot of damage and is not going to get tired through the course of 3 rounds. But then Randy Brown, on the other hand, you got to take into consideration that Randy Brown can knock you out. He could submit you. He could hit you from across the cage. You won't be able to hit him back. But when you got Trinaldo, a little tank who is just walking you down the whole time in your face, that's going to mitigate some of that long-range striking. So what is the best outcome possible for Trinaldo to actually get a dub on the board? You can see his odds are terrible. His prop odds are terrible. What's the best scenario for him to get a dub on the board?
Man, nullify that power, nullify that range that Randy Brown has. Get in close, get the clinch, start working a ground and pound takedown, and try not to get submitted. Because Randy Brown actually has some decent jiu-jitsu down there as well, man. And also crazy knees. So if you're Francisco Trinaldo, you also got to watch out for those powerful knees and elbows coming in. Randy Brown can cut you up, but if you're able to nullify that speed, that strength, that size differential, Francisco Trinaldo is an absolute bulldog in there, man. So he could get it done. This dude is like thick-headed in all the best ways, if you will. You know, a glutton for punishment. He can take a beating and still deliver one hell of an ass whooping as well.
And, I mean, think about it, man. His last 2 wins are over Danny Roberts and Dwight Grant. Those are not, like, just scrub wins. You know what I mean? And so, like we've been saying, you got to match him up with the young guns, and if he keeps winning, you can stay around. If you lose, you're not going to be able to stay around. Well, they gave him the young guns. They even gave him the Jai Herberts, right? They even gave him the Muslim Salikovs. Like, they've given him all these dudes. But now you get a little bit of a different test in Rude Boy, Randy Brown, man. Randy Brown is a problem. I think it's safe to say that. Last 3 wins, Cowboy Oliveira. That was a fantastic one-arm rear naked choke. Gotta love it. Jared Gooden, the Night Train. He's not in the UFC anymore. It was a good win, but, you know, it hasn't aged that well. And then Chaos Williams. So we know he could take a punch. We know he can stay out of danger from a big punch. I think Randy Brown overall is going to be too long. He's going to be too effective with a plethora of different strikes. And I mean, listen, man, at the end of the day, I just think that he's the younger, better fighter right now. Francisco Trinaldo, he's just, I mean, how old is my man? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me pull that up real fast. How old is my man Francisco Trinaldo? Because that's the question. He's a welterweight fighting at 44 years old. You got to take that into consideration, bro. You can't not take it in consideration. I like Randy Brown here. I think he gets it done. Trinaldo is going to make it scrappy. He's going to make it ugly. If there's one thing he can do that. But Randy Brown, he's just the better fighter, bro. So give it to me, Randy Brown style. But here's the question. How does it get it done? And AJ, I'm going to go first. I'm going to go decision here, bro. I don't think he's going to knock out Francisco Trinaldo. I think if Trinaldo has any type of chip on his shoulder, it's that I'm not going to let this fucking young gun, bro, just take me out of here. Unless he gets hit with some wicked shit that Randy Brown can deliver, I like decision here. So how do you got it, bro?
Yeah, man, you stole my thunder just like I did for yours in the first pick. That was the question I was going to ask you, Derek. Is Francisco Trinaldo the dog enough to stay in the fight regardless? I think so, man. This dude is very savage, very weathered and durable in there. But like you said, Randy Brown can put together some slick combos and hit you with a kicker and knee that you did not see coming and put your lights out. Just to be different, Derek, I'm going TKO. Okay. I do think it betters if you're out there, man, go with the decision bet because I do think that's probably the smarter one right here. But me personally, I'm going TKO, Randy Brown, and I'm going to go late, man. I'm going round 3.
Like late round 3?
Like late round 3. Okay. Yeah.
Over and under is 2.5, my man. They like the over, minus 150 for the over. So all right, we'll give you the over. I'm going the over on a decision. But if you hit on that TKO, man, plus 265, that's sure a lot better than minus 300. And then if you look at this, man, I just got to mention Trinaldo plus 800 for the TKO, plus 550 for a decision, plus 1500 for it. They're giving him no shot. You know what I'm saying? Like they're giving him no shot here, and it's very clear and obvious. This is to me a tough bout, but a showcase bout for Randy Brown. Shout out to Rude Boy. All right, my man. This is the fun matchup. This is the one right here. Raoni Barcelos, Trevin Jones, man. And this could go down a plethora of different ways, but I have to mention this before I mention anything else. Both of these fighters, to a degree, I think, fight to the level of their competition, right? We know how good these dudes can be, but sometimes they get in there and they just don't show us what we're accustomed to seeing. And Trevin Jones, who came off that hot streak against Timur Valiev, it just kind of pitter-pattered off. Raoni Barcelos, same thing with these last 2 wins. Now, if there's one thing that people don't know about Raoni Barcelos that they need to take into account is that when he wants to, he can have some of the best wrestling in the division, right? I mean, it's bantamweight, so never mind. You got some good Dagestani dudes in there, but he's got really good wrestling. That's the point, right? Trevin Jones, he got some ground game. He's not really the wrestler that Barcelos is, but if anything, he'll stay complacent, stay out at range, and start trying to pick you apart with his hands. Barcelos is more explosive. He's more powerful, right? When he throws, everything. To me, do you agree with this comparison? Raoni Barcelos, to me, is a little Jose Aldo-esque. Would you agree?
Yes. Oh, 100%.
So when you have that style of a very tight-knit, every move, everything is hard, Trevin Jones might have a good time being able to use some feints and try to draw out some of those big motions to try to counter. I can see him having success there. Overall, though, there's a reason why, once again, I'm not going to say a prop odd or just a money line odd means everything or anything necessarily, but take a look, bro. Not really a shot for Trevin Jones here. 575 for the TKO, plus 450 for the decision, plus 180 for the money line. Barcelos, minus 220 money line, plus 125 decision. I think he can get a finish here, but I'm interested to know, why do you think the odds makers are leaning towards the decision here for Raoni Barcelos?
I think it goes back to what you're talking about, where both of these fighters really fight to the level of their competition. And I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I agree with you. I do think that's the case, but I'm 50-50 in the fact that might make this more of an interesting fight when both fighters have to carry, and not have to, but kind of mimic the other fighter and fight to the level that they can. I feel like they're both going to elevate each other and fight to see one of the best fights we've had of both of these scrappers that are into the cage, man. Raoni Barcelos, I agree with you, is very much that Jose Aldo-esque type strider where everything is twitchy and like fast and wiry, and he'll hit you hard, he'll hit you fast. Very nice striking, very good high fight IQ as well. And Trevin Jones, man, what I like about him, big power in the left hand. So he has that kind of more planted style instead of being bouncy around. Arguably better at the striking, depends on how you want to classify the jittery, fierce, fast striking of Raoni Barcelos, or the classic combo moves of Trevin Jones. Trevin Jones is a slickster, so he can get it done. But if you're betting over there and you're a Jones fan, I'd say that money line is looking a little sweet. But I can definitely see a finish coming from more likely Barcelos, but Trevin Jones is not to be squandered.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. And I have to put a little more respect on these guys' names. Yeah, I say they fight down to the level of the competition, but I mean, look at their competition, bro. Last two losses for Raoni Barcelos. Victor Henry, who splashed onto the scene and just showed that this dude is game. He's legit. He had a lot of experience outside of the UFC, and it paid dividends when he made it to the big show. And then Timur Valiev. I mean, come on. And then if you look at Trevin Jones, Javed Basharat, one of the Bash Bros that we've been hyping up, and look at what he did in his last fight. I mean, come on. And then Said Jokub Kakramanov, another one where it's just like, god damn, they have a zero name value, but these dudes are as good as they come. So it's like, I don't want to disrespect it all by saying, oh, they're not good. No, these dudes are two fantastic fighters. That's why they're matched up right here. However, AJ, man, when it comes down to like what I want to see out of Raoni Barcelos, the explosiveness, I want to see aggressiveness moving forward, right? I don't think that he's going to get gassed out the same way that he had to kind of worry about against a Victor or Henry or any of these dudes or Timur Valiev, because there's not going to be a lot of takedown attempts, I don't think. I think if this is a strictly striking matchup, Barcelos will have that pop all three rounds. Trevin Jones, I think that was another thing that we noticed too. It was just a little bit of a cardio issue, you know what I'm saying? So, most likely to get a knockout here, Barcelos or Jones?
Barcelos.
Even though his last knockout came in 2019, you still think that's true?
Yeah, I wouldn't say Trevin Jones had a gas tank issue. I feel like sometimes he gets a little too patient and reads the situation a little too much, and it makes the output drop drastically, and that's really one of his big problems.
And that's why we all start wondering, like, is he tired? Like, what's up, bro? You got to go, right? And Barcelos, I mean, he had, I think, a career high number of strikes in his last fight, 134. Still got outstruck 181 to 134, but if you look at Trevin Jones, his highest striking output in the UFC, 62 strikes. That's not good. I like Barcelos here, man. I think he gets it done. I think he's the more experienced fighter. I know for sure. He is the more experienced fighter. He's been doing it for longer. He's fought better opposition. And when you come off of two rough losses where you're like, I should have probably been on the board, it's only a matter of time until that karmic justice comes back around. Unless you're Angela Hill, and then it just almost never does, right? But either way, I just kind of had to throw that in there. I'll love to overkill Hill, you know. But I like Raoni Barcelos, man. I do have to take into consideration that Trevin Jones has been submitted, but he's never been knocked out in the UFC. Raoni Barcelos can do it. He can catch him. Fuck it. I'm going to go TKO. Let's go. TKO, Hayoni Barcelos, man. I want to see it. I want to see the Hayoni Barcelos that we know and love come back to that fruition and remind everybody, dude, y'all must have forgot. I could be a ranked fighter right now if I got a little more respect on my name and if I got that double on the board. So give me that. And over and under right here, looking at 2.5 rounds. I'm going to go late round 2, so I'm going to take the under. So give me that one. How you see it, brother?
Yeah, no, I'm with you with the Barcelos pick, and I'm glad you went TKO because I'm actually going to take that plus 125 decision win. As much as I can see Barcelos getting the knockout, I think that both of these fighters are very intelligent, make a lot of reads, see things coming very, very fast, and they're going to be avoiding a lot. And I do think this is going to be a standing battle. So I don't know if we're going to necessarily see a knockout. Unless we see some flashy, crazy shit, which I'm all about it as well. But I think we're going to see a decision here. I'm going Barcelos, and I'm going decision.
Okay, fair. And I'm going to be real here, man. If this is like one of those striking matches that's like a chess match and it's a little boring, I'm going to be very disappointed. I'm sure everybody will be massively disappointed here. I mean, it's a fight, but at the end of the day, this is entertainment too, man. You got to show up and you got to deliver for the fans, right? So we both see it. Barcelos, I got the TKO. My man AJ has the decision.